Hello, YouTube. We have a YouTube exclusive here on Red Prison. Simple. Hoodwinked went ahead and grabbed a YouTube exclusive, and we've got ourselves a little bit of a Red Prison, but requirement of a couple cards, and we're going to go over those, what we've added to this list. You'll notice that there's a few too many cards in here. Don't worry. We're going to cut a couple. We're going to talk about it, though, first. So what do we have as the requirement for this league? Well, we have the requirement of playing Reckless Impulse and Chandra. Dress to Kill. Oh, no. I was like, whew. I saw the Twitch notification. I'm like, no, I didn't go live. This is YouTube exclusive. We're recording. We're not live. All right. Well, good. Woo. Anyway, Reckless Impulse and Chandra Dress to Kill are the requirements for this list. So, building around these, there's a couple things that I wanted to consider. One, Chandra Dress to Kill is usually a little bit better with something like Lightning Bolts fitting into an Obosh list. And I didn't want to make just basically Mahashi's Obosh red list. You can find that list online without a problem. So Chandra Dress to Kill, the way that it protects itself is plus, makes red, and then usually bolts something. Now that's not going to necessarily always be the case here, but we're going to give it a shot in terms of what we do with this Chandra. Reckless Impulse is a bit like March, and that's why I have the March over here briefly. So Reckless Impulse is exile top 2 cards until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. So you can play 2 of them. Cost 2, sorcery speed. If we really look over here at the March, you pay, if you were to pay 2, you get to see 1 card. But if you were to pay 3, you could see 2 cards, and you get to play 2 of them. Now, one thing that's interesting about the March is it lets you exile cards. We've been playing with this card a little bit off stream, and it can help you find the lock pieces you might need, but the lock pieces are getting slowly more and more, shall we say, not so locky. Basically, a lot of things have been printed that ends up bouncing, destroying, or interacting with these pieces. So digging to find something and ditching maybe 2 planeswalkers to do so, not the greatest idea. So March of the Reckless Joy, I think, is an option for Reckless Impulse if you're looking at the 2. We're going to try the Reckless Impulse because that's the deck building requirement here. Now, I'm not going for Chandra Dress to Kill because I had this idea with the March that I liked. It was a light up the night, heavy planeswalker build with Chandra Fire Artisan in here, and then we actually ended up playing a little bit of Acolyte of Flame as well. What was interesting is we could use Chandra's, all of them, and just beef them up. If we beef them up enough, Light Up the Night could just become lethal out of the graveyard. So kind of an interesting little tidbit there. We're going to give that a shot. We got the Furies. I think this is kind of a necessary evil of building red right now. You need that removal. Chalices, Bridge, Blood Moon, and then our creature of choice is Seasoned Pyromancer. This could be trimmed, and we're actually, in respect to at least having 1 playset of Reckless Impulses, I want to take the Seasoned Pyromancer out. Maybe I'm supposed to take an Acolyte. I know there's a Koth here as well that I'm very interested in playing, but I think to go along with the Chandra Dress to Kill idea, I feel like I either have to take Koth or one of the Chandra Torch of Defiance is out. We'll go ahead and take a Chandra Torch of Defiance out, but I really think this Koth might be what you end up taking out. This brings us to 61 cards. I think we could take a Seasoned Pyromancer, an Acolyte. We could actually go down a Chalice, probably. We could go down one of these Reckless Impulses. This is probably close to the right cut. But I sit here and I just want to take this out because I know that we probably don't need these a whole ton. But I do want to play the card. And I thought about cutting the Seasoned Pyromancer because we're going to be digging so much with the Reckless Impulse. But I know that's one way that we could win through tokens. I'm going to go ahead and take the Seasoned Pyromancer out. It makes the deck a little bit cheaper as well. So we're going to go with this 60. It's hit or miss on a couple of the cards. Not really sure how it's going to perform. I've got a pet card in here. We've got the requirement cards. So let's look at the sideboard. Sideboard-wise, when we were playing the other version, we liked the Storm Breath Dragon quite a bit. Makes me almost want to play a Cavern of Souls, but I'm not playing that many creatures, so we're just going to just play a few Storm Breath Dragons in here. You could entertain other Planeswalkers in red if you wanted to. A bunch of Abrades in case we run into artifacts. Trying an Alpine Moon and a Blood Sun to diversify the Blood Moon style effects. After all, most times we just want to hit Urza's Saga with Alpine Moon or a Tron land, so that kind of helps us considering we're not really ramping out necessarily. Got a few artifacts here as well, nothing too crazy that people should be surprised about. Just a few things that you can swap in and out if maybe your bridges aren't as good. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. Let's go ahead and play our first match here. We're actually going to try this as a one take, a little bit like streaming, if you will. We haven't really put together a YouTube exclusive in a little while, and so let's try the one take. You know, if we have to, we'll cut it and then we'll splice it together. That's the joy of not being live, right? You can go as you please. We'll see how this all lines up for us, though. It's going to be an interesting league, I'm sure. There's been a lot of changes since the Luris ban. Red Prison, like I mentioned, is struggling in general right now. And I think being a little more aggressive with our lines, a little more aggressive with our card selection, and maybe playing something more aggressive game one, and then sideboarding into that, shall we say, prison style game two might be a way to lean into prison at this post-Luris ban. Let's get to match one here. Let's find this opponent. Let's get this league kicked off here tonight. You got this. Find the opponent. Magic Online. There we go. All right, good luck to us. Good luck to our opponents. You know what? One moment. I don't think I have the right deck now that I'm in this queue game. I think we have 63 cards. Let's just start out here and I'll get to the sideboard. I think I still have the Koth. Maybe we just play it like that. Maybe it's a sign. Couldn't cut the cards. We'll see. If it's that, we might need to restart. Agadeem's the Undercrypt. Okay. Griefs us. And they're going to do the whole Undying Evil style approach here. I guess they could take Chalice here and maybe the Fury. Not worry about the Blood Moon. They could also double down in taking the Blood Moons, and then I can get the Chalice on one. All right, takes the Blood Moon, does this whole rebirth, does it again, Blood Moon. We're going to get the Chalice down. I can probably take my time trying to light up the night on the Grief here. It's not that big of a threat. Another Gemstone is maybe not exactly where I wanted to be. Chalice on one, go ahead, opponent. We have been drawing a lot of the Gemstone Caverns, by the way. I'm really, really tempted to go back down to 3. I cannot tell you how frequently I'm ending up with this Gemstone Caverns duplicates in my opening hands, duplicates during the game. It may be time. Maybe time. All right, 3-2 coming in here strong. Down to 17. And a Charming Prince. I can flicker the Grief now. Flickering the Grief, maybe get up the light up the night. So they end up doing this with a Charming Prince. They do take my Fury. Let's play a Raminot Ruins down, and let's go ahead and kill this Grief. It is killing me quickly. We'll use the full amount of mana for this, not a big deal. All right, 17-15. Opponent stripped the hand of quite a few things, but that's okay. That's all right. Funny enough, if we did really queue up 63 cards, any of the March, well, I have one March, any of the Reckless, Koth would be fine here in the Seasoned Pyromancers. So we have a Spirited Companion entering the battlefield and drawing our opponent a card. Godless Shrine, probably tapped, hits for 2. Come on, Planeswalker. 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 4-drop. Planeswalker. 3-drop. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. It's maybe a little bit of the weakest Planeswalker that I could have found. Because it can't remove these, it's not really doing damage. Although, if my opponent attacks, this is the beauty of this Chandra. If this opponent decides to attack me, we're looking good. And if they leave it alone, I have this Light Up the Night that we can flash back and win the game with. So, would have been great to have that mountain. We'll pass turn, though. What's beautiful about this Chandra that I've really grown to like is, this is a great example. Our opponent, in order to get rid of it, has to attack, and we can throw this at our opponent. And if we do that, we're looking pretty good in terms of just applying damage while my opponent's not attacking us, buying more time, and that's a very prison thing that we want to be doing. So we're also pretty empty-handed here, so any future griefs aren't that scary. It'd be nice to see a red card and then uptick and get a Fury. That would clear this pretty nicely. Let's see what our opponent does, though. Attack? Gotta attack Chandra, right? Alright. 3 damage to my opponent. Looks good to me. Good trade, good trade. All right, Seasoned Pyromancer is pretty good. Let's go up here. We find a land. I like that. Let's go ahead and take our 1 damage first. Seasoned Pyromancer, and then see if I want this land. Maybe I want something in my hand because I have bridge plus something. This is a terrible land. Put this into play. I guess I'll just hold the Chalice. Putting the Chalice on 2 is an option. It's a little bit of an awkward option here because, well, dare we say, Reckless Impulse is what we want to be playing. But we'll see. All right, Solitude to clear this. Chandra's going to be cleared as well. This gets exiled. They're not going to flicker the Solitude either here, which is good for us. I mean, I might just put Chalice on 2. I don't want another Charming Prince, right? Or another Companion. 3 damage upstairs, down to 9. The perfect example. 6 damage to my opponent. Saved us 6 life. Here comes the Grief. Looking for that good old Ensnaring Bridge or Fury at this point. Fury would be great. She'll do. She'll do. All right. Let's go ahead and Chandra. Probably down tick here to go ahead and get rid of the Grief. It is a pain. We're just buying ourselves time. Opponent's got 1 card. Nothing scary here. Attack for 1, 2, 13, 9 with 2 cards in my opponent's hand. I like our position. We have 2 mana technically here. We rip another Planeswalker and we start going to town on our opponent. They need another land in order for a Solitude to stick. Man, bonus Grief. All right, where's our bridge? Come on, bridge. I'm going to hold the Gemstone Cavern. The reason I'm going to hold the Gemstone is on the off chance we find this Fury. Bridge was an excellent draw there and avoiding the Grief. Nice, nice. Oh, Touch of the Spirit Realm. All right. That gets rid of the bridge. This is a great example of cards attacking our strategies here. We take a good old 6, go to 7. 2-turn clock. Not necessarily 2 turns anymore. All right, Chandra. Down tick again, killing Grief, pass turn. Same approach each and every time. We need something to block or start killing these. Silent Clearing is a redraw, although they could flash in a Solitude now. 1 damage 2, down to 5. Solitude flash in is lethal. Looking for another bridge, I guess. It's not any of the above. All right, pass turn. Did you have that Solitude? Did you just have a bunch of Griefs and Solitudes? All right, Cycles of Silent Clearing. We're getting attacked for 3. We're going to 2. Kind of on our last legs here. Not going to use the Raminot Runes. I need something that blocks here. Crucible. Using Pyromancer. That'll work. Snaring Bridge. We will empty our hand now. We have 5 mana. We'll see if they have another Touch the Spirit Realm. We're at 2. Godless Shrine, tapped. Fury. Land, pass turn. We can put them to 7. Might do it. We'll see. A Planeswalker here is pretty much lights out for our opponent. Nothing at end step. We're doing good. We're doing the prison things, right? Touch the Spirit Realm, huh? Reckless would be pretty okay. This is okay. Kind of shuts down our Raminot Runes, but it makes it so double black is not an option. They have plenty of white, so Solitude and this card still an option for my opponent. We're on turn 12. Bonus Bridge would be fine here. Planeswalker would be good. Reckless. That March that I randomly think I have. The Charming Prince. I'm sure this is going to scry. I don't see a reason why it wouldn't. Maybe they draw. Flicker's the other Charming Prince, which just means they're going to get a Charming Prince activation here at the end step instead. It's got to be scry, right? Scry. There you go, scry 2. I'm assuming they'll both go to the bottom unless they have an answer for bridge here. 2 to the bottom. We draw land, pass turn. They draw land, they pass turn. Back and forth we go. There we go. All right, so I accidentally do have this version. However, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing. Chandra, Acolyte of Flame is almost lethal here. They drop a land. Do they have an answer to Koth? Oh, what is this? Hard cast Cauldron complete. You got it. That's a big one. All right, I can't kill that, so Koth, when emblem, has to go all face. Is this enough to kill? I think this is enough to kill. Look at this. I'm just going to go for no reason to emblem here, because if they find the one thing, they get to attack me. Light up the night, upstairs, tap, and remove 4, and then remove 5 from here. I believe that's 5. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Well, we've queued up slightly... I'll say slightly wrong list. We're only 3 cards extra. We'll find some Chandra Just to Kills. We're going to play it. We're going to play it. I'm not too worried. We actually have quite a bit of digging power, and we get to try the March of the Reckless Joy even. All right, so opponent's got, shall we say, a lot of white removal. We could bring in Stormbreath Dragons. Kozilek's Return doesn't look too bad. The Abrades don't look that bad either. Torpor looks fantastic, if we're really honest. So, got kind of this stuff. I don't hate Relic either. I liked Chalice on 1. That was impactful. I'm kind of tempted to just ignore it, though, this time. But who knows? After all, my opponent only did the Rebirth. They didn't do too much else. Let's think here. So, what works out for us? We want removal. Do I want the Storm Breaths? Maybe. Hold on. Torp Orbs, probably yes. I think Abrades are a yes. So that's 5 cards, and Relics are maybes, Storm Breaths are maybes. Seasoned Pyromancer digs us. The bridges were important. I could bring Pithing Needle for that touch, but I don't think I care that much about that. We want the Furies. I really think it's just Chalice. I really didn't see that much. Just let's get rid of the Chalices. Let's bring in kind of interaction. It's probably not an Acolyte list. Bring 1 Relic in. Do I want this Storm Breath Dragon kind of at the top end? Maybe instead of 1 Blood Moon? Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. If we can get the Storm Breath to stick here, it's likely to really beat on them. All right. This is actually a pretty good looking hand. We're going to keep... I'm going to do actually getting rid of, I think, the Light Up the Night. This really doesn't look too bad, actually. Can maybe get a Relic down. All right, Godless Shrine just immediately here. Apparently we just pick up the Light Up the Night again. Since I did, I'm just play the Torp Orb. Stop the Solitudes and stop the Griefs. Stop everything, really. They're an ETB list. We find the one of. Why not? We can Reckless Impulse next turn to find land to play Relic and go from there. Blood Moon's looking great so far as well. All right, let's test this Reckless out. Let's find that land. Looking too deep. Wow. All right, misses. Relic wouldn't have gotten us there either. We could Fury in the Torpor. We could. Let's just wait. We can play these until the end of my next turn anyway. Let's get more information before we get crazy like that. Who knows? Maybe I'll get the Seasoned Pyromancer. The answer is apparently no. All right, let's do another Reckless here. Fury and Seasoned Pyromancer. Seasoned Pyromancer and Chandra. Well, apparently we're just going to have to evoke this out. We're way away from the Storm Breath. Let's just get a Fury into play and pass the turn. If I draw a land this next turn, then I can play the other Seasoned or the Chandra. I might play the Chandra so I can play this Chandra and work to the Light Up the Night and win the game. They throw Grief and they're like, wait, I can do that. You can. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's play Relic. Let's attack. Then I'll worry about doing Relic. I mean, this gets through this pretty easily. Doesn't get through a Solitude very easily. We will say that. All right. We're blocking, apparently. We gotta do some sort of Undying. Until end of turn, target creature gains. This creature dies. So it's gonna die, and I'm gonna burn the Relic here. It's good timing. Relic coming in clutch here as well. Maybe we'll find that land. Hey, look at that land. That's a great card. All right, pass turn. Guess what we've got soon. Now they can obviously put out Griefs and Solitudes anyway. But match 1's looking really good so far. I appreciate my opponent's name is Cats, and they have the Doggo. They have the Doggo. All right, Blood Moon, and then attack with Fury. They have 3 cards, so the worst is a Grief or a Solitude to block, but not 2 of them. I think the Blood Moon shuts them out. We've got match number 1. All right. All right. We had a little bit of trouble with lands. I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. We got lots of ways to dig. Oh, yeah, it's 63 cards. Let's go. As a reminder, you would cut the Koth, an Acolyte, maybe a Seasoned Pyromancer. You could also cut the March, Koth, and an Acolyte, or March, Koth, Season Pyromancer. Let's not worry about it. We got so many things to try, and I kind of like the one of. If we end up seeing the March, we get to really compare it to the Reckless. I have no idea how... I queued this up before I made the cuts. That's probably what happened. It's all good. It's all good. We might have restarted the recording and figured that out, but we won match 1, and we get to play first on match number 2. I don't think... Hopefully Hoodwink's not upset. 63 cards is the new 60. Oh, if we had 2, I'd give it a shot here. If I had 2 lands, I'd give it a shot. Let's mulligan this. All right, there's our 2 lands. We're going to keep this. We're going to let's ditch a bridge here. We are not on the draw, so that's why I needed to put the first hand back. Too much relying on that draw there. Okay, a little Fledged Strand with Yorion. I mean, this opponent's got 80 cards, right? Basic Plains, Esper Sentinel. Land past turn. We got a lot of 3-drops. Definitely could make something work here if we hit the land. Witch's Oven. Kind of wish I was playing card now. Oh well. In for 1. Okay. Apparently we're going to draw all the Chandras. Let's not worry about it too much here. A lot of basics from my opponent so far. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Another island. No black mana. Academy Manufactor. Tax for 1. Land. Okay. We can light up the Esper. We can pay for it. Unfortunately, they can just sacrifice in response to all this. Makes a whole variety of tokens. Hallowed Fountain. Plays an Urza Lord High Artificer. This might be a problem. Spins, finds a Flooded Strand. They've already played a land for the turn. Uses Witch's Oven, makes a lot of fun tokens here. Gets to spin again. Guess a Fury wouldn't be bad here. Five mana. Portable Hole. That didn't hit anything. They just play it because it's free mana. Plays a new Esper Sentinel. Hey, all right. We found our land. Let's go ahead and Season Pyromancer here, getting rid of a Chandra and an Acolyte. There's our Fury. I guess we'll go ahead and use the Fury. I have another land here, so I'm going to get rid of the Chandra Dress to Kill, I think. Maybe I don't. Let's do a Torch of Defiance, actually. 4 here. Pass the turn. All right, opponent. What do you got other than a million things you could do to me? Maybe we'll do Chandra Dress to Kill so we don't have to give them a free card. Draws with Clue. I guess I can draw quite a few times here with the clues. Draws again with a clue. Plays a land. Shocks in the land. Emery. There's a lot of nasty things down here. Might use Chandra just to kill Emery. That's kind of terrifying. Ooh, all right. Here's this March. So we'll probably use that next turn. I think I've got to give them one draw rather than giving them their graveyard here. Seems like the right play here. Kill the Emery past the turn. They sacrifice it. They make a bajillion tokens. We're going to defend. All right, so we have a March that we can dig with here. Albeit I don't know what I want to dig for. And now they have an Urza. Makes another construct token. Dig for bridge at this point. It's a shame we don't have Karn in this version. Uses a clue token and draws a card. Probably play this down and try to get towards a light up the night that could kill. Jump blocking construct token till the end of time here. If I get some way to kill the Urza Lord, I will. It's obviously the most problematic card out here. Portable Hole gets rid of an elemental token. Floating a bunch of blue mana, I'm sure, to spin the wheel. They are out of clues, so they're not going to draw any more cards. It's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can do one more spin here if they want. Oh, 6 mana. That's a little different. What are we looking at? Walking Ballista for 3. 1, 2, 1. Oh. We might be able to concede to that. Otawara is good to see. This is going to be a tough one. Puts Yorion in the hand, play Yorion, flicker everything, use this, sacrifice artifacts. Oh, hold on, portable hole. Right? This is concede territory. They got rid of the Esper Sentinel to make 3 more mana. That is mildly terrifying. Oh, they had another one. Storm count is 5. I think if they play Yorion, I give up here, right? Just gonna flicker, 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 flicker. Take the turns. Take 2 turns because they'll flicker this. Let's see if they take the second turn. They already have 1 turn stored up here. I mean, they could just flicker this, right? Oh, yep, that's what they're doing. All right, we're going to give it to them. They bring all this stuff back in, and we die. And we die. All right, this is why we have the Abrades, though. Abrades, definitely. We could name Urza. It's tough to say if that's what I want. They did go to the graveyard a little bit. I didn't see any lands that I cared about. Kozilek's Return could kill a couple things, but maybe it's not big enough. All right, this is probably not a March game. It may not even be a Reckless Impulse, honestly. We don't have that much time. Get rid of this Koth as well. Let's bring the Abrades in. I could name like Witch's Oven with these 2 cards. Maybe that's just better than like a bridge or something. It could be. And I'm thinking more because they're going to just combo me out for the most part. Maybe the bridge like protects me a little bit, but I'm not sure it's right. Let's try this. All right, I would love to play first, please. Let's start there. Okay, 3 mana, looks good. We'll keep. Got a way to kill something. Blood Moon should be pretty good. And we've got our Planeswalkers. Let's roll. Bobble. Checks themselves, so they have a fetch land probably. It's a Scalding turn. Will they like an island, or are they going blue and white? Aha, hallowed fountain. And an Esper Sentinel. All right. I'd probably just kill that. It's just a pain anyway. And I can do this without worrying about them drawing a card. Probably just going to play a Blood Moon here regardless of what this card is. Just an Esper Sentinel. We're going to have an island here, I assume. All right, so we're going to be working on one island here with a Witch's Oven. I think that's going to be okay. Give you the freebie card. And then we'll see here. To me, Seasoned Pyromancer might be better than Reckless Impulse because of the Esper Sentinel. If we draw a land, maybe I Chandra Dress to kill. Your hand just went to hand. You got it. You got it. Gives us a little hug. All right. Let's do the Seasoned Pyromancer. I don't care about putting Chalice down here. I want to look at these Planeswalkers and win this way. We do hit our land, looking good. We can Chandra Dress to kill. We can Torch of Defiance here. Opponent's a little stuck on mana, which is the point. We do hit another land here. I think it's just Chandra territory. That will prevent. I like the idea of I actually kind of like the idea of just actually let's go a different direction. I was gonna kill, let's do Reckless Impulse here. And then we're gonna work towards our light up here. Then we have a Seasoned Pyromancer Blood. Oh man, this is looking good. Bam, smack him for 2. I actually like going up here. We have a light up down here. Just play this down. This will be at 4, this will be at 6. Oh, Otawara is my Blood Moon. You got it, opponent. Are we dead? Are we dead? I don't think we're going to be dead. This gives 2 damage, right? So 2 damage takes them to 11. This will be at 6. This will be at 4. That would be 10. Light up would put them to 1. I don't think we're quite there though. Plays an Urza. I could kill the Urza with the Chandra. Floating a little more mana to do things. Another Witch's Oven. That was a freebie. Cauldron Familiar. Now we do the back and forth, gain life, lose life stuff. Braid, huh? Seasoned Pyromancer maybe first. Do I want to play the Chandra here? Can I race a Cauldron Familiar? If I leave this here, I'm kind of in trouble, right? Now I'm wanting that Chalice in 1. Let's see here. We have black here as well. I don't know if I care about the black so much. Let's do... I feel like I should kill this. All right, let's kill Urza here. They'll sacrifice it, obviously. I think something tells me that it might be like Seasoned Pyromancer kind of territory. Get rid of these 2, and if I hit a land, I can replay Blood Moon here if I want to. Could also remove the construct token and then just smack them for 4. Keep it close. Actually, I kind of like that. Let's see what this gets us. We have a board presence here, and I have Shatter Skull to kind of clear some things next turn as well. Obviously, they're going to have a lot of food tokens, so keeping their life total reasonably close, I think, is required here. We're giving them their mana because I don't value Blood Moon as much here. Cauldron Familiar dies, taking a token with it, and they can obviously bring it back with the food. They're not getting to Chandra. We have them at 11. This is not a lot of damage, but with maybe this, a strike, leaving 2 back, maybe. All right, they bring back the familiar. Did I bring in the relics? I did not. All right, sacrifices, brings it back. Sacrifices, brings it back. Kind of gaining and draining life here. Well, that's fine. I feel like that might be about all they have here. There's a Yorion. Reset some of this stuff going on. We can Shatter Skull the Yorion. This is fine. Another Chandra. All right. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With the Shatter Skull, I could also not worry about the Esper Sentinel here. Let's do 5 to Yorion. And we'll pay for the Esper Sentinel. We'll give him the swing. Okay. And by swing, I mean a couple Seasoned Pyromancers. Cool. All right. 1 card for my opponent. Lots of food tokens. If we find that Spyglass, we can kind of stop this loop. We have a decent amount of life still. Watery Grave. We'll see if they just do the loop again at all here. 13 to 13. 2 cards. How bad could it be? Oh, it could get really bad here. All right, I can at least kill that with the Chandra Torch of Defiance and replay new Chandra here. I'll happily block. Okay. The fact that they make clue tokens is a little bit of a problem here. Because they can use those to draw. Okay. Opponent's got 5 mana here. Looks like they're using some of this right now. Teferi. Bounce a token, I assume. Draw a card. They picked up Witch's Oven to replay, since they have a few treasure tokens. Can bring back Familiar. They can sacrifice with the Witch's Oven. What could get us out of this? Oh, there's a Pithy Needle. That's a pretty good Pithy Needle here. Not gonna lie. They can name the Chandra, and I happen to have another Chandra. Now we have Little Chandra. All right. 1, 2, 3. Chandra, pay for this. They already have a bunch of clue tokens that are going to be a problem. Yes to prevent. We're going to abrade the Academy manufacturer. Oh, I can't do this because of Teferi. Or bad. All right, we're going to just pass turn. That was a miss on our part. I forgot Teferi's static ability with the Chandra downtick. We should have just Chandra upticked there so that we can work towards Light Up the Night for a lot of damage. All right, opponent's got 4 draws here. What could they find? I think we're going to be out of luck in this one. Familiar's just kind of wrecking us. Opponent decides to draw all of them. Shocks in here, treasure token, clue token. I doubt they attack. They're 15. What can we do? Ooh, all right. All right, hold on. We might have a chance here. 3, 4. Nice Chandra. I don't want them to draw another card here, obviously. It's not a lot off the top that I really need. Now I wish I would have gone up the one time. Up here with this Chandra. Look at the top card. It's a Blood Moon. Up with this Chandra. Pass turn. How much is this going to be? It's a lot of damage. We'll see if they can combo kill me here. Paths me. All right, you got it. I'll take a land. I'm at 8. They're at 16. Light Up is 5, 9, 7, 8, 5, 9, or sorry, 5, 9 plus 8, 17. I think we have lethal if they have no way to counter this and they don't just kill me here. There's another Academy. Maybe that's okay. Uses a clue. I like that. Use your mana, please. Thank you. I have no idea how much this is. 5, 4, and 7, 8. 9 plus 8 is 17 plus then the extra 7. Like I said, I think we have lethal here if they just leave me a little bit alone. They're drawing a bunch. They have 1,000,000 treasure tokens. Let's be real, healer. My opponent can do a lot. If I get to a game 3 here, I will call it a miracle. Oh gosh. They're eating four treasure tokens. Prismatics, the Chandra Acolyte of Flame. This is 7, 11. This is 18 right now. It's not quite 19, which I think is what I need because they can eat food tokens. There's another clue. Maybe they'll use that Misty Rainforest? I don't know. What do we got? We have a treasure and a Misty. It's 2 mana. Oh, they do use the Misty. Maybe this is a bad idea. Oh, Hallowed Shocksin. Okay. Paths. Season Pyromancer. I mean, we're at the point where we have so much extra mana here. I might be able to Ramunot plus. Only 2 things attack, so I can defend. I go Witch's Oven again. Whole bunch of clues, some treasure. They have 4 treasure tokens. They return Familiar. With 2 cards in hand, I'm at 5, they're at 16. I have 11 down here plus the light up. 11 plus then 7. 17. No way to get rid of the Familiar. I might have lethal. Does that do anything? I don't think so. Up. Land. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have a Ramunot activation. I'll go for it. We don't deserve this if we get it. I'm assuming they can counter this or something. I will not pay. Send all of these upstairs, please. I don't believe I want to pay here because I want that extra 2. Are they going to draw a way to gain life here? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You can draw. No. Whoa, using white mana. No, they're going to gain life. Oh, right. They can just gain life with the food tokens. Might have totally missed that. Up to 22. Well, it was a valiant effort here. Might have totally missed that. They're at 4. This does 2. I'd have them at 2. Let's play a Mind Stone then. Dang it. Dang it. If I would have attacked a little bit stronger earlier, we would have been good. I totally forgot they could just eat food. This is delicious food. It was a good effort, though. Quite a bit of damage there. If we had the Acolyte of Flame, it would have been lethal. So the Prismatic on the Acolyte, I guess, was all right. I think they should have gone for the other Chandra. I believe they should attack. I have to block. They swing, get 2 in. Oh. All right, a few mistakes in this matchup. I'm very surprised at how well we ended up doing, though, with the mistakes. There's lethal right there. Really, we just need 1 more light up or something like that. Obviously, the bridge to block. This interaction is what got us. If we were playing Karn, we'd obviously have that one locked down. But hey, we're not playing Karn. We're playing Red Planeswalkers and trying to light the night with reckless impulses. Match 3 coming up. Good showing so far. Definitely got to really showcase why we're doing Light Up the Night. And a little bit of digging. We did some digging with Reckless that time. A little bit of a tough game too. Match 3. Let's find an opponent. Let's keep it going. And let's not sideboard incorrectly. How about that? Quiet time. And we found a match. Match number 3 here. 1-1. Getting to play second, but we do have a gemstone. All right, let's keep. And we do like the idea of Blood Moon. Let's go ahead and get rid of the bridge. I've got the Fury to clean some things up. Lean on Blood Moon, lean on Chandra, and let's get it going. A Windswept Heath, Breeding Pool, and a Noble Hierarch. It is vastly tempting to just get rid of this right now. I'm going to wait one turn. We may be just playing Blood Moon and using Chandra as a pitch to Fury, but I'd like to be able to play this. The Beseiju. We have a 3-drop, 2-drop, 1-drop. I'm really glad that we are where we are at. I'm going to do Blood Moon first and then try to kill both of these. We can pitch that card. That card's not very good in this matchup. Blood Moon. My hope is they don't have mutagenic growth here. Well, let's find out. I'm going to try to kill both. But I'm going to put more emphasis on killing the blighted agent here. So if they have double mutagenic, great. But if not, and then we got rid of the breeding pool here. Opponent concedes, all right. Apparently Infect. I've seen someone streaming and I saw Infect, so we'll see if that becomes a thing, I guess. All right, Abrades, Kozilek's Return, Blood Sun, and Alpine Moon can all come in. We can get rid of the March. We're going to get rid of the Reckless. We're having to win pretty quickly with this game. Probably a Chandra. Oh, that's right. I don't have to. Let's bring a few of these back in. Get rid of some of the low-end stuff here. Want the Furies, Abrades, Light Ups. We don't have too many instant speedways to interact. This game is totally different than most games. We want Chalices, we want Bridges, we want things like this. Love the hand. We're going to keep. And just for everybody, we're going to get rid of Seasoned Pyromancer, try Reckless here. Reckless might also be just pitched here. We'll see. We'll see. Chalice on 1. Go ahead. We're going to wait on the Fury just a turn here. Got to make sure that 1, Beseiju doesn't ruin our Chalice. 2, we need to be able to kill some things. We'll see what happens. In for 1. You got it, opponent. Let's do Reckless here. I like the Blood Moon idea, but let's wait. I don't think we need Blood Moon until we see Ink Moth. Check that out. They're going to hate that card. They're going to hate that card. Fire Artisan showing up here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Up we go. Pass turn. I will be happy to see more Infect in the world. I would be ecstatic. It would be fantastic. Do they attack this? Then I just ping them? We're almost to the point that I just hard cast a Fury here. Just hard cast to get rid of this and use the Abrade as removal. Up with Chandra first. You might hit a land. We do. We're going to go ahead and use it too. Trying to hold on to this Crucible. Fury. And opponent is done. Fast match number 3. Red Prison taking down Infect like we should. Yeah, not much to say. Onward. Not much to say about that match. What are you going to do? Chalice on 1's really good against them. Blood Moon's really good against them. Fury's pretty good. We happen to be playing that. Bridge is fantastic as well. We're just going to find match number 4. That's what we're going to do. Coming up, when we find that opponent. Don't go anywhere. Funny enough, our little oopsie with the 63 has been kind of interesting. We've seen a Reckless Joy. We've seen the Koth. Got value out of Acolytes, so making me go, hey, I don't want this. But then Seasoned Pyromancer was pretty decent as well. I honestly think it's probably March out, maybe the Koth, and 1 Reckless Impulse so far. And the rest of the list is melding very well together. That being said, if we had a little more mana troubles, I'd probably be... Well, I want the Reckless Impulse so I can hit my land drops. All right, hand looks great. It's doing the the Chalice, the Furies, the Season Pyromancers. We'll see. We'll see what's going on here. A little Hardened Scales. All right, all right. Another matchup that I would like Karn. Let's see if we can get Chalice on 1, Chalice on 2. That would be kind of nifty. All right, little Urza Saga. Hanger back. A little rough. They can make a pretty big hanger back. Oh, all right. Well, let's start with a Chalice. This is kind of an interesting card. We could either ditch it for the Fury, or we could use it to try to find that bridge. So maybe we'll do that this game. Just like dump everything at end step, going for that bridge. Who knows? Who knows what the right play is? In for 2, my opponent goes. Inkmoth is kind of frightening here. We have so many Chalices. All right. I'm going to wait and hope that they don't have the Arcbound Ravager. They decide to make 2 constructs here. This is making the constructs really big. Might have to use Fury to remove one of those. I'd just go get a welding jar. You got those in there, don't you, opponent? Ozolith is pretty good, too. Land drop. Am I taking 6 or am I taking 4? Yeah. All right. So here, I think this is a perfect example of where I'm gonna try this. We didn't get to do this with the Reckless. We're gonna do this here with the March. So we're gonna fire this off. I'm gonna get rid of everything. We're gonna go deep here. We're looking for bridge. Done. 8 deep. Find me a bridge. Oh crap. There's no bridge. All right, there may not be any bridges there. So, what do we want to do instead? I don't even have a red card for this Fury. I can't do like Fury plus this Chandra. 4, 8. This would be 12 with the Hardened Scales pump here. $13, $14, activate Inkmoth. So I guess I have to Chandra downtick, but I can't because the Inkmoth becomes active and saves this. If I kill the hanger back, oof, then the constructs are mega. I needed the bridge. I think that was my only out here. I don't think I have an out. All right. The closest out that I believe I have is actually playing Chandra Torch of Defiance and hoping they don't activate the Inkmoth. I think this is a super narrow line, and my opponent's going to activate Inkmoth and save this, and we can hit the concede button afterwards. We're alive. We're alive. We're alive. I don't know how, but we're alive. All right. Well, this if they if they ignore Chandra, gives me a look, extra card, looking for bridge. We went 8 deep. Didn't find it. What is this? What is this? Oh, walking ballista. 8 damage? 9 damage? Pings off. All right. This could kill me. That could kill me. 4, 8. Oh my gosh, just swing with it. Swing. Swing, hang her back. There you go. Bridge. Okay. So we gotta beat some artifacts. Well, braids. Kozilek's returns okay. Pithy Needle, Spyglass, or maybe an Alpine Moon. And probably Blood Sun. All right. I actually am gonna keep the march. We're gonna give it one more try here to find what we need. They didn't see the bridge. Acolyte probably can go here. I can't imagine Koth is gonna do anything. I take 1 Chandra, 1 Torch, 1 Impulse. Where are we at? Need 2 more cuts. Maybe I'd take 1 Pithy Needle out. We really just want to name like Arcbound Ravager or Walking Ballista, preferably or Arcbound Ravager. Maybe I need both of those. I could take 2 Blood Moons out here because I'm bringing Blood Sun and Alpine Moon as other interactions for Urza's Saga. And more namely, this is just cheaper. Yeah, let's try that. All right, let's play first. Good old Hardened Scales doing its thing. We'll keep this opening hand. Got the digging card that we talked about. We got a little bit of ramp here too. I'm not gonna dig immediately just yet. Let's Mind Stone work our way up to this idea of digging here. Just an Esper Sentinel, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and still ramp myself here. I don't care about them drawing cards here. We really just need answers. This also makes it so they only draw 1 here. After this, I should be able to play most things. There's that wasp thing, insect. Kozilek's return would be pretty nice. Okay. Chandra here, we can pay for this. Nothing too crazy just yet. Interesting. They're going to move this over here so that I can't pay it to draw a card. No, I will not prevent this now. Let's do a march. Let's just do it. The other Chandra is probably not what we want. Do a little digging here. We find some great cards there. Bridge, Mountain, Fury. I love it. Love it. Play a Fury, clear the board if they don't play anything too scary. Bridge if that is scary. Got a Chandra here, active and ready to go. It's good. There you go. A little March versus other strategies. Little Ink Moth here. And what do we got? Hanger Backwalker. All right. Scary. Scary. But I can Fury all of these away. They know that, right? You know that, right, opponent? I guess I don't get to bridge if I do that. Wow. I you know, deep down, I just want a Blood Moon and bridge here. But I know the Blood Moon's not like that powerful. Let's just hit him. and just cast this. Looks great. 2/1/1. Stacks this to get a 2/2. Oh no, they can't stack. That's right. Modular has to target on. Yeah. We're good. We're good. A little scared of the Ink Moth for one turn, but they'd have to have something a little bit broken here. Blood Moon's a great way to keep that in check. Blah. Walking Ballista 2, ping this, swing 1. That's an option. Okay. Scary, but not. Boots up a little inky. Okay. Chandra down to 1. Seems reasonable. I respect that. All right. I think we're gonna go for a red card. Why not? Let's exile and look for a red card. We've got mana. Oh. It's a fantastic card. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 can play Blood Moon, which is probably what I want to do. Yeah. I don't think I kill this. If I had one more mana, maybe. But let's just rock a Blood Moon here, and maybe I just defend. We kill the Urza Saga. The Ink Moth is now a mountain. Yeah, let's just defend. Chandra's great. Both Chandras are great. Make Fury defend for a turn. Then maybe we can clear one of these and then get frisky. All right, another Razor Verge Thicket. Shadow Spear is not a bad one to have here. Maybe make this a 2/2. Kill this one. Cool. That appears to be what's happening. Keep in mind that we have some blanks here for this plus. So it's not the end of the world what we've got going on here. Flying, smack me. Yep. All right. Not as much digging power as we were hoping for, but we'll take it. This cantrips. I guess I'll cantrip because I have 4 mana here. Cantrip and then do the Chandra uptick. Maybe I kill this at this point too. You betcha I kill it now. You betcha I kill it. Good old Braid. Good old Braid. Swing 6, pass turn, have a Braid. Hopefully they don't do Forest and then can protect this. I think we'll be fine. Brushland. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this. You got it. Not scary. I'm gonna Braid good old Thopter here. And probably cantrip the Mind Stone here at end step. It's a good card. Chalice is nifty. Spyglass is nifty. Let's play a Spyglass. All right. Can name Shadow Spear here, or we can name Arcbound Ravager. We're attacking for some decent mana, decent damage here. I'd probably just empty the hand, honestly, and then win from the Chandra. We would name like Walking Ballista in that case. All right, sideboard. Do I change anything? Maybe an extra Blood Moon might not be bad here. Kind of like that over maybe one Season Pyromancer. Just extra little oomph. Maybe I just bring them all in. I'm really nervous to get a Seasoned Pyromancer and, dare I say, get a little bit stuck. Maybe I should play the Koth over the Chandra. Anyway, I don't want to ETB and then kind of get messed up here, so We're gonna go with what we got. Blood Sun and Blood Moon in this opening hand. We got an Abrade as well. I like all of that. I like it all. Yeah, let's play it and not take damage. I'm looking at this as it could like attack our opponent's stuff. We're just gonna rely on the Singleton Abrade. And now we don't really need the Blood Moons immediately here. My opponent has the green source. May even just wait here. I don't want to give him too many draws, right? That one's a little bit rough. The ward is problematic. Nothing too frightening or menacing thus far, so give me a Fury. We'll just pass. I'd love to actually just wait for that Fury. This could grow, but then we have the bridge to defend it. Ozolith is okay. We really are just trying to defend here. Just let them do whatever they want to do. They're not doing that much to us just yet. Fury. Shoot. All right. Mind Stone. Wonder if I pay for the next one or if I go here and Abrade. We're so far away from this. I think I pay for both of these. We're just going to take a hit and then Abrade to kill this. And then try to bridge. This happens at the beginning of combat. I just don't want my opponent to draw anything. All right. Natural State's the Mind Stone. I guess that's all right. Hang her back. This makes this a 5/5. Come on, where's that Fury? Oh my gosh. We brought in Blood Moon. The list is like, here's the Blood Moon. Well, I guess we go to 1 here and hope we rip a Fury off the top. I believe this kills me regardless. Because I will try to kill the Patchwork, and I'm at 5. And then they can just dance counters around. I guess I don't pay for this, right? Or no, I have to pay for the ward anyway. I just realized I have to pay for the ward and they draw 2 anyway. This is a good card. 5/6. Maybe there's a world where I can put the bridge down, but then they just have this and they just dance things around to there. All right. I will chalk that up to drawing a few Blood Moons. Drawing a few Blood Moons here. Dang. Make this bigger too. Eat this. It'd be really funny if they just leave it all here, but now I have a bunch of Thopter tokens that I have to deal with. Wow, they're eating everything. Like I said, it'd be really funny if they don't put it over here. All right. All right. They get us. That puts us at 2-2. Nice even record going into match number 5. I can't believe how many Blood Moons I just drew there. That was horrendous. You don't need more than maybe 2 to avoid an enchantment removal. All right, let's see if we can get the 3/2 here. Have I been impressed with Reckless Impulse? Have I been impressed with March or Chandra Dress to Kill? They've been all right. I think the all-star of the night so far has been Light Up the Night with a variety of walkers, so I think the Chandra Dress to Kill helps with that. Maybe the Reckless Impulse lets us play less lands. You would want to play probably 23 or so lands, 24 probably with this list, and Reckless Impulse lets us do that. Because you can dig for it. I guess I just don't like that it's sorcery speed. All right, let's find this last opponent. Let's find the last opponent for the night. What do you got for us, Magic Online? What do you got? Spin, 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 spin. Banana phone. Long queue. Long queue. There we go. Bit of a long one there. All right, so final match here. Haven't really needed the Storm Breaths. We're not seeing ourselves against any control or heavy on the Solitude. We saw a little bit of that, and then we ended up getting the Torp Orb, so that worked really nicely. The rest of the sideboard has made a splash here and there. I'm glad I have a bunch of Abrades, though. We learned that from some of our testing on the weekend when we went all in on Light Up the Night. Definitely can't neglect artifact removal. All right, got ourselves a Chalice, Mindstone for ramp. Got this Chandra, got the Light Up the Night that I like. We are on the draw. We'll keep. No Gemstone, unfortunately, even though we seem to draw that a lot. It'll be the 8th card here, I promise you. All right, they keep 6 here. We got a Polluted Delta. Extra Chalice for us, not bad. Verdant Catacombs and a Polluted Delta. I guess I'll blindly put a Chalice on one. We're drawing the lands we need, that's for sure. What are we playing against? Who knows? There's a Chalice. This will be the control matchup, and the control matchup will be not white. There's black, green, black, and black. All right. Maybe this is the Cabal Coffers list. There's a Liliana. I'm going to kind of assume it is. We're just going to get rid of the Chalice here. I'm going to use a Dress to Kill. Blood Chief's Thirst. Guess it's good that that's not happening to me. Let's go up. We can actually ping Lily. And yeah, pass. We'll use Light Up the Night to finish off the Lily here. Probably don't even want the Mind Stone at this point. Although it's a draw, who knows. Profane Tutor. All right, we're against the Cabal list. It would be nice to have something that was a little more, shall we say, aggressive. We kind of lack a little bit of aggression with this list. Let's see here. X plus 1 damage if the target is creature or planeswalker. I exile at the top and then just hit this. Let's do that. Oh, never mind. We're gonna play that one. That one's pretty good. That one's really good. It's so funny to have accidentally brought good old Koth to the party here. And it's making the splash that we need. We might be just Den of the Bugbear, smack them for a ton, and then light up here. Light up with a Chandra here to throw it in the graveyard so that I can then use it to kill. Oh my gosh, we have the speed. All right, so the next turn, kind of regardless of what we draw, we put this land in. We're gonna attack, boot up Den, uptick here, swing. We're swinging for 4 plus 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 4, 4. And then we're gonna ping and put a light up down into the graveyard, because then we have these at 6 and 5. We can put this up to 7 and 6. And if we did that, we can attack with 4, and then 7 and 6 is 13, so we could send 13 damage upstairs. Pretty good. Okay, so I guess Blood Sun and Alpine Moon can come in for Cabal. Pithing Needle and Spyglass aren't bad for the Planeswalkers, as they appear to be a Planeswalker list. Relic is a maybe, and Storm Breath may actually make an appearance here. Chalice is okay. Bridge sucks. So let's get rid of the bridge. Let's start there. Let's bring some more love in. We can cut 1 Blood Moon. Let's bring these in. And I think I just want top end here at this point. Let's get rid of 1 more Blood Moon. Cut 2 Chalices. While Chalice is decent, I don't think it's game breaking here. I kind of like everything else. You know what? Let's take the Blood Moon totally out here, and if I hit Alpine or Blood Sun, it's great. Otherwise, yeah, my opponent's going to have a lot of mana. So what? So what? Maybe they're not able to kill my Planeswalkers. All right. I have something for theirs. I don't know. Maybe this is all right. They do struggle a little bit with artifacts. Got this Chandra. This hand's like very medium. But if we don't draw too many more lands, it could be gas after gas after gas. So let's give it a shot. We're up a game. Kind of leverage that, if we will. Cabal Coffers. That was a good rip. I'll take it. We could always name Urza's Saga with a Spyglass if we like see it in hand. Castle Locthwain wouldn't be bad here either. Profane Tutor from our opponent. Den of the Bugbears, never bad to see. All right, so we have a Liliana of the Veil. I'm gonna say okay. We're just gonna name it. Just gonna name it. I kind of like naming that Castle Locthwain too, but we got our Chandra, and maybe we start smacking with Den. Who knows? A lot of their stuff is sorcery speed. Obviously, Invoke is gonna mess up our Chandra. Usually, this finds Urborg or Cabal. It can also find like Karn, maybe another Invoke. Maybe they feed the Swarm or something like that. So we'll see it. We'll see how this lines up for us. Our obvious next turn is just Chandra, though. Could have named Verdant Catacombs. That would have been pretty hilarious, but I think that's a little aggressive. They're playing the version that we kind of played with 1 fetch of every type that gets black. That way they can't really get locked out by random Pithy Needle style effects. They may still play Liliana here anyway, even though this does exist. And they do. All right, I don't think I'm going to do Reckless Impulse. We're going to do Chandra here. I am still going to ping the Liliana. And then we're either going to start attacking with Den of the Bugbear, or we're going to Reckless Impulse because they get something that deals with the Chandra. Remember, the Chandra is probably going away here in 2 turns. The Blood Chief's Thirst could also just annihilate it this turn. I drew a couple lands here. I'm not fond of that. What do you go get? I do not, they don't reveal, I believe. Yeah. I think it's just land, right? Like an Urborg or something. We could bring the Blood Moons back in to stop Invoke Despair. This card is a little bit hard to cast under Blood Moon. It's usually not that impactful, though. Another Swamp. That could have been exactly what they got. Blood Chief's Thirst. Remove Chandra. Done. All right, Chandra, let's use Reckless Impulse here and then pass the turn. So we've got some goodies next. If they have land and Invoke Despair, we lose this Chandra. We have this card, which is really hard kind of for them to deal with, unless they have Lithoform. But they're not going to have Lithoform because I'm a mono red deck, right? There's a Cabal. So Invoke. I do lose my Alpine Moon here. They only draw 1, though. And it's Damnation plus some other stuff. You know, I think I'm just going to Chalice and Chandra here. This Chandra's a bit of a pain for them. I think I'm going to just ignore Liliana here. Let's just have at him. This prevents Blood Chief's Thirst, Thoughtseize Inquisition, a few other nasty things. And if they invoke me again, I might just start beating down with the Den. We may just have to do it that way. They only have 3 swamps. Opponent draws 2 this time around. Yeah, I think we're denning. Gotta win that way, right? Ooh, Blast Zone. Could put the Blast Zone to 2. Might need to get rid of this. Ooh. Season Pyromancer is tempting. I've been tempted away. Let's Reckless Impulse here. Chandra's pretty good. Do some damage. All right, Reckless Impulse does some things there for us. Obviously, we have the Season Pyromancer, but I know they have a Damnation, so I'm not really interested. We'll see where the Blast Zone goes. Maybe to 2 to clear this. Maybe to 4 to get this off the battlefield. Doesn't have too much mana here. Another Cabal Coffers. We've got, what, about 7-ish mana here? Three, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 6. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Karn, the Great Creator. I would like to kill that. They're going to go down and get something, probably to take care of this. Now I'm a little nervous. Could have upticked on the Chalice. I'm glad they didn't do that. Walking Ballista? Nah, that's not what they're going to get. Can't do Pithy Needle. I've got the Chalice in 1. Maybe Liquid Metal Coating? Be a good one. What you gonna get? I feel like they've got to stop this somehow. By the way, as a random thought here, our Acolyte of Flame can actually cast a Reckless Impulse again. That's kind of cool. I'm kind of rebuy that. Unintended consequences of playing that card. I believe Den might just have to attack Karn if they get something of little to no value here. Worm Coil. Well, that's value, but it's not immediate. Cool. All right, so I can play the Gemstone down here from the Reckless, so we could do that. What do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. If we did 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to see if there's a way that I could ignore the Karn and attack, put them low enough that a Storm Breath would be lethal. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2. What if I just flood the table here, right? Can they damnate? They can Damnation and Worm Coil, I think. But what if I were to Storm Breath here and Season Pyromancer? Draw some cards. Let's try it. Let's try it. I feel like I have to kind of make a concerted effort to put a lot of things on the battlefield here. And then maybe they play like Worm Coil and I have enough to get like around the Worm Coil. Obviously overcommitting here, Damnation looks really tasty for them, but I'm going to draw 2. Okay, an extra Chandra. And arguably we'd have a chump blocker potentially for Worm Coil engine stuff, so we'll see where they end up putting this. Up to 2, I guess, here. Then do they use mana to kill this and then use this? Fine, that's fine. The more cards they have in the hand, the better the Storm Breath Monsters goes. Can we get this to an emblem? I don't know. It's going to be close. Fingers crossed they don't have Urborg. Urborg would be a problem. Urborg would be a problem. They're thinking, which makes me think we're in okay shape here. I actually kind of like having 2 things out here as well for the Blast Zone kill and the down tick so that they don't have to use Damnation. This is Damnation mana that they're using. New Karn. Okay. Go get a bridge. A Ratchet Bomb. Do I have lethal here? I think I do. The Ratchet Bomb could get rid of the Chalice. But I have... Okay, they put a charge counter. Don't I have lethal here? They have 5 cards, so that's 5 damage plus then the monster is 7, and whoo! Let me take it down. That was lethal, right? This becomes a 7/7, and it does 5 to them, assuming they can't get rid of... Let's assume they can get rid of 1 more card. So it does 4 to them, puts them to 10. It's a 7/7, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. 3/2. Reckless Impulse, Red Prison with Planeswalkers here in Modern. And accidentally took 63 in. So you can see here, this is what I had. We cut a Seasoned Pyromancer. I cut a Chandra Torch of Defiance. And I cut that March. Chandra Torch Defiance was really good. Probably add that back. The Season Pyromancer wasn't bad either. The March, you saw what I wanted it to do. And the one time we ended up getting to really ate into it as we did, it didn't find what we needed. So take it for what it is. Reckless Impulse did impress a little bit more than I thought it would. I still wasn't maybe super convinced by it. But there were a few times that we got to do something like Chandra Torch Defiance, Uptick, and then Reckless Impulse. And for that reason, I'd actually make sure that the Chandras are up to 4. So we'd probably add this Chandra back in. I'd probably add the Season Pyromancer back in as well. Koth is like, you can maybe like swap out a Storm Breath for Koth if you wanted extra Planeswalker. I could see that. And then I would just maybe cut, you could potentially cut a Chalice to the sideboard. You could cut one of the Reckless Impulses. If you're not big on Chandra Acolyte of Flame or didn't like how that worked, you could cut one of those as well. So maybe Koth or Acolyte of Flame, maybe a Chalice because you're not seeing Chalice as valuable in your meta, whatever it may be. But there you go. This is the Reckless Impulse donation for Hoodwinked. Getting things done here. Fun list. Interesting take on it. I liked practicing with both March and Reckless and trying to decide which I liked better. Maybe it's 3 Reckless and one March. Maybe it's good just to have that one in case you dig a little bit. And if not, it's a 3-mana Reckless Impulse for the most part. But there you go. Not too bad. So this has been your YouTube exclusive. A little bit of Red Prison here for the YouTube folks over there. If you want to be like Hoodwinked, go check out the description below. And that'll give you the links in order to donate. And then if you haven't already, you can hit that subscribe button on YouTube and get that notification when we put more videos up. Thanks again, Hoodwinked. Everyone, we'll see you next time.